But Kirk Cousins, at the end of the game, he's throwing stupid interceptions, and he's throwing high consistently. The last play of the game had a chance to get within to tie the game, actually, and he missed Justin Jefferson because he threw it about 45 feet over his head. And Justin Jefferson was actually visibly frustrated, as he should have been. But time and time again, he was throwing the ball high. I know he's under pressure, whatever. I get it. But what are we looking at, Debo?
We are looking at the very, very key play in the game.
Kirk Cousins. This is a 4th down.
4th and goal from the 49ers 3-yard line. And the score at this time is 34-26. If the Vikings score and go for 2 and get it, then it is a tie game. So this is a key moment in the game.
And Kirk Cousins lined up he put his hands, I feel bad for this poor guy. Yeah. Walked up and put his hands underneath his right guard's butt.
Goosed him, and this right guard's like, bro, no one puts their hands on my ass. What are you doing? And they call timeout, I believe, right?
He's like, sorry, I was looking for Garrett Bradbury's ass. And so they had to call timeout, and they didn't convert, and they didn't get it. And I actually I've talked to someone who played quarterback played quarterback in the NFL, and they said they've only done that once at practice. They realized it faster than Cousins. So, like the idea that Cousins let this happen in an actual NFL game on a 4th down conversion is kind of insane. Like, I don't know what to make of Cousins. Is Kirk Cousins?
I'll tell you what to make of him. The 49ers showed no respect. They said, hey, we're just going to line up everyone to stop Dalvin Cook. And if Kirk beats us, he beats us. And you know what Kirk didn't do? He did not beat them.
And Dalvin got hurt, I think, in the second half. I think he had a shoulder injury.
And he on a fumble.
On a fumble, no less. And Madison had to come in. They didn't run the ball very well anyway. But again, Kirk Cousins he's just good enough to get you beat. And
he's the new Andy Dalton. If you have a quarterback better than him, you're set. If you have a quarterback worse than him, you need a quarterback. And then he's
as Kirk Cousins, explained by Kirk Cousins. I was just moving, trying to get everybody settled up, and then got under the wrong guy. I think this is probably something that happens a little more frequently.
It's not a big deal for me. It looks goofy, and he's probably embarrassed. But at the end of the day, it didn't cost him. It cost him a timeout, but he didn't say snap the ball, and I get it. But yeah, it looks weird.
Right. Yeah. It looks weird. It looks stupid, but you're hustling. You're trying to go for it on 4th down. And also am I crazy, Breech? Wasn't there enough time? There was like 6 minutes left, right?
When?
Or there was like 9 minutes left when they went for this. And then the 49ers ate up a ton of clock. Like it was probably a very hastily decided decision to go for it instead of kicking the field goal to cut it.
Well, I mean, Joseph keeps missing field goals and extra points. Guy's killing me.
Joseph did miss an extra point. I would have been fine either way. I just feel like 9 minutes left is a lot. So taking a field goal there isn't the worst, because then you put yourself in a spot where you don't have, because if you don't get the field goal, you have to get the 2-point conversion on a touchdown. So that takes that element out of play. And then you also know the 49ers get the ball back, and then they kick a field goal that the game's not over, because 49ers did have a field goal attempt that would have iced the game with 2 minutes left, but Robbie Gould missed from 42 yards to add some drama.
Here's the thing, Breech. If you kick a field goal there, you just know that Kirk Cousins is going to come down and throw an interception or fumble. So you just go for it and pray that this is the one time that he doesn't throw.
Well, how would you feel if you're Mike Zimmer? You have to pick the lesser of two evils. Right. Do I want my kicker who's going to miss, or do I want to put this?
Here's the thing: let Greg Joseph play quarterback and let Kirk Cousins kick. Maybe that solves your problem, because it's infuriating.
I don't think Cousins was that bad.
I just explained to you what happened on the last drive. He kept throwing like medicine balls to his receivers down the field that should have either been intercepted or sent the players to the hospital. He had a terrible interception. What was this interception? On the first play after San Francisco made it 21-14 on a Deebo Samuel run.
It was the first play of the second half of the Vikings.
And then one play later, Elijah Mitchell ran for a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, by the way, that guy cannot be tackled.
And has been like banged up like crazy. 27 for 133 and a touchdown, playing awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I mean, Cousins is not an elite quarterback. He's a rich man's Andy Dalton.
I would agree with that.
I think he's a middle class Andy Dalton. I think they live in the same neighborhood.
Okay.
Next door to each other?
Next door.
Yes.
Do the Vikings still make the playoffs?
No.
I need to see their schedule real quick.
All you need to know, they're the 7th seed as you sit here. All you need to know is who their quarterback is.
They're at the
Well,
Lions next
If
week.
they're the 7th seed, they might end up playing the Packers in the first round, the wild card round, and you know who they already beat? The Packers.
Let me put it to you this way.
They're the Bears twice.
That's so.
Lions and the Steelers.
Here's how we're gonna. Oh, I told you what's gonna happen. That Steelers game will be 55 interceptions.
I think the Vikings can win 4 more games, so I think they
Okay,
can go
well,
9-8.
Let me put it to you this way: do you have more faith in the Vikings, who are the 7th seed, or the Falcons, or the Saints, or the Eagles, who are 5-6, 5-6, and 5-7, to sneak up on them?
I don't want to hurt Devo's feelings, so I'm not going to talk about the Eagles right now till we get to their game. But I definitely like the Vikings more than the Falcons or Saints.
And you can throw the Panthers in there too.
I think it's San Francisco and Minnesota making the playoffs.
Maybe by default, I guess so.
By the way, Robbie Gould honked a pretty short field goal late in this game to make it to give
Give them a chance. Yeah,
give the 49ers an 11-point lead, but it means the single score run that the Vikings are on stays alive because 8 counts.